Hi everyone, welcome to the lecture number 4 of unit number 2 applications of matrices. In this lecture we'll continue with the examples on Cayley-Hamilton theorem. In previous lecture we have seen the example on Cayley-Hamilton theorem, which is of the type verification of Cayley-Hamilton theorem. Now another type of problem that may be asked to you on Cayley-Hamilton theorem is of this type. Using Cayley-Hamilton theorem, find the simplified matrix of the expression a to the power 8 minus 5 times a to the power 7 plus 7 times a to the power 6 minus 3 times a to the power 5 plus a to the power 4 minus 5 a to the power 3 plus 8a square minus 2 times a plus identity matrix I, where a is equal to this matrix. Okay, we need to calculate here the simplified matrix for this big expression. Okay, so whenever such type of expressions are in front of you, if you want to calculate the value of these such a big expressions using Cayley-Hamilton theorem, let us see how we are going to do it. Okay, so very first you need to apply Cayley-Hamilton theorem. And when we apply what is the statement of Cayley-Hamilton theorem? Cayley-Hamilton theorem states that every square matrix satisfies its own characteristic equation. It means we need to calculate the characteristic equation of the given matrix, and in that we'll replace the lambda by the given matrix A, and that will give us some equation in the powers of A, right? Using that expression we are going to calculate the value of such a big expression in the examples on Cayley-Hamilton theorem. So let us see how. So very first I have written the given matrix A. Now it is a 3 by 3 matrix, so we have a shortcut method to calculate the characteristic equation of the 3 by 3 matrix, right? The formula for characteristic equation of a 3 by 3 matrix is lambda cube minus s1 lambda square plus s2 times lambda minus determinant of A equal to 0, where s1 is the trace of the matrix, which is the sum of the diagonal entries, hence it is 2 plus 1 plus 2 equal to 5, and s2 is the sum of the minors of the main diagonal entries. So the minor of this entry 2 is determinant of 1 0 1 2, minor of this second diagonal entry is determinant of 2 1 1 2, and minor of third diagonal entry is 2 1 0 1 determinant. So that three determinants I have written here. Their values will be 2 3 and 2. Their addition is 7, hence s2 is 7. Now determinant of A, you know how to calculate determinant of A, so it is 3 here, the value of the determinant of this matrix. Now we have determined s1 s2 determinant of A, so let us substitute the values, obtain values in this equation. So we'll get the characteristic equation of the matrix as lambda cube minus 5 times lambda square plus 7 times lambda minus 3 equal to 0. Now as we are having characteristic equation with us, so let us apply the Cayley-Hamilton theorem. So by Cayley-Hamilton theorem, this matrix A, given matrix A, will satisfy this equation. It means when we replace lambda by capital A, we'll get the LHS equal to RHS. That is the meaning of the satisfaction of the equation. Okay, so if you replace here lambda by A, we'll get the equation A cube minus 5A square plus 7 times A. Only the constant quantity gets changed to minus 3 times identity matrix. So that whatever constant quantity you are having, to that quantity we multiply identity matrix, because it is the addition of matrices, and equal to 0 means this is the 0 matrix. Okay, this equation is in the form of powers of matrix or addition of matrix, you can say, and so that the right hand side 0 will be a null matrix. Now this equation we are having by using Cayley-Hamilton theorem, because they have asked us to apply Cayley-Hamilton theorem to calculate this value, right? So using Cayley-Hamilton theorem we have obtained this equation, right? Now we are going to make use of this equation to obtain the value of the given expression. This is a given expression. So how you can determine the value of that big expression easily? So very first you divide that big expression by the characteristic equation, whatever the equation you obtain after using Cayley-Hamilton theorem. By that equation you are going to divide the given expression. So that what that will do, that will give you the simplified, means the lowest degree expression in A. After performing division, you'll get the some lowest degree expression, and this lowest degree expression will be equal to the given expression. So let us see how, and this will be the easier to calculate instead of this. Now this is like a division of two polynomials, you can say. These are the polynomials in A. So this expression is the given expression. I am going to divide this by this characteristic polynomial after putting the value of lambda by A. So by this equation, that is a cube minus 2a square 5a square plus 7a minus 3i I am going to divide by this particular polynomial, okay, to the big expression. So after doing that, so very first term here for that you must know how to do the division of two polynomials. So here we are having a raised to 8. So the power of a is 8. Here we are having power of a is 3. So for getting power of a 8, we must multiply this polynomial by a raised to 5. So after multiplying by a raised to 5 to this polynomial, this is the quotient, this is the divisor, this is the dividend, okay. We are multiplying divisor by quotient. So first quotient is a raised to 5. After multiplying a raised to 5 to this polynomial, we will get this expression. A raised to 3 into a raised to 5 will be a raised to 8. Minus 5a square into a raised to 5 will be minus 5a raised to 7. 7a into a raised to 5 will be 7a raised to 6. Minus 3i into a raised to 5 will be minus 3a raised to 5. Now we do subtraction, right? We subtract from this polynomial this obtain polynomial. So after subtraction, this plus will become minus, minus will become plus, plus will become minus, minus will become plus. Sign changes and do the addition. A raised to 8 minus a raised to 8 get cancelled. These two will also get cancelled. These two will also get cancelled. These two will also get cancelled. So what remains? The term after this a raised to 4. So that I have written here, because after this we are having 0. So a raised to 4 as it is, minus 5a raised to 3 as it is, 8a square as it is, minus 2a as it is, and plus identity matrix as it is. Fine. Now here we are having a raised to 4 power. The power of this is a raised to 3. So plus will multiply by a. Okay. So after multiplying by a, we'll get 4th degree polynomial like this. Now again these two will get cancelled. These two will get cancelled. 8a square minus 7a square will be a square. 3a minus 2a will be a, and plus identity matrix. Now one rule from division we are having with us. Dividend is equal to quotient into divisor plus remainder. Okay, so we are going to make use of this particular rule to simplify this expression. Okay, this is what dividend. This is the dividend. This expression is equal to quotient into divisor. So quotient is this. Sorry, this is quotient and this is divisor. Okay, so multiplication of these two plus remainder. This is the remainder last term. Okay, now how this rule is going to simplify our big expression, that you will come to know in next step. Okay, so after using this dividend rule, dividend equal to divisor. Dividend is your given expression. This is the dividend equal to quotient into divisor. This is the quotient, this is divisor plus remainder. Okay, now this value is equal to this value, right? And this value is 0. By equation 1 we know this is the value after using the Cayley-Hamilton theorem, and this value is equal to 0. So by equation 1 it is 0, hence 0 into anything 0. So what will remain finally? The remainder. This is the remainder. This is the remainder, a square plus a plus I. So this 0, and this is the remainder, a square plus a plus I. So finally only remainder will remain, right? Now this big expression is equal to what? A square plus a plus I, right? After doing the division. Now this 3 determinants addition can be calculated easily. A square, given matrix is A, its square will be this. Means if you multiply A with itself, you will get this matrix. This is the matrix A, this is the identity matrix. The addition of 3 will be this. So it means the value of this big addition is equal to only this matrix. Okay, so this is how you can simplify, means you can obtain the value of a simplified expression for this big expression. This is the simplified expression, and for obtaining this simplified expression we make use of the Cayley-Hamilton theorem, because this polynomial we get from the Cayley-Hamilton theorem. So whatever polynomial you will get from the Cayley-Hamilton theorem in the form of powers of a, by that polynomial we divide this expression to get the simplified form. Okay, and in every case, whenever you have such expressions in front of you, if you divide by that characteristic polynomial, you will get some remainder, and that remainder will be your simplified expression for the given expression. Okay, and using that remainder you can get the value easily. A few more problems for practice of the similar type. There are 2 examples I am leaving for you. Verify Cayley-Hamilton theorem for the matrix A. This is just a 2 by 2 matrix. Hence express this expression as a linear polynomial in A. So very first we are going to verify this theorem. For verification you need to verify the Cayley-Hamilton theorem's left hand side, and we have to show that it is equal to right hand side 0. So verification type problem also we have covered in the previous lecture. So in that way you try to verify Cayley-Hamilton theorem for this matrix. Okay, and I think you will get such a polynomial for this 2 by 2 matrix. You will get lambda square minus its trace is 3 plus 1, that is 4 lambda, and determinant is 3 into 3 minus minus plus 2, that is 5, equal to 0. This will be the second degree polynomial. So after putting in this, we will get a square minus 4a plus 5i equal to 0. Okay, and after verification, you just have to take square and 4 times a and plus 5 times value, show that equal null matrix for this particular matrix. So after that, Cayley-Hamilton theorem will get verified. So this equation we are going to use a square minus 4a plus 5i. You divide by this a square minus 4a plus 5i to this expression, and finally you will get the remainder as a linear polynomial in a. Okay, so you need to carry out differentiation till you get the linear polynomial in a. Linear polynomial in a means what? A factor of degree 1. It is linear in a means you need to divide till you get the some expression of the type a plus a is some constant into capital A plus bi. So this is linear in capital A. The degree of capital A is 1. So till you get the remainder of degree 1, till that step you need to carry out that division. So once you get the remainder 1, then stop your division, and finally you will get this value of this expression as a linear polynomial in A. Means this, like here we have obtained the quadratic polynomial. For this expression we have obtained what? For this expression we have obtained quadratic polynomial, that is degree of 2. And if you remove this a square from this, and the remaining part a square a plus I is called as a linear polynomial in A. Such type of factor you have to get after division there. Linear means degree 1 in capital A. Okay, that is the meaning of linear polynomial in A. In similar way, the second example is there. Verify Cayley-Hamilton theorem for this 3 by 3 matrix. So first it is a verification example, and later on this expression you need to divide by that polynomial and again express this big expression as a linear polynomial in A. So again you need to do the division here also. Divide this expression by the polynomial, whatever polynomial you get here, and try to try to get the value of this expression in the form of this form. A and B are some constant, capital A plus I. This degree 1 polynomial in capital A. That is the meaning of linear polynomial in A. Okay, so try to complete these two. If you need any help, you can write in comment box. So that's it from this lecture, and that's it from the topic Cayley-Hamilton theorem. In coming lecture, we'll start the new topic of unit number 2. Thank you.